Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care, by Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair, by North Star Bank, North Star Bank guiding the way, by Mallard's Landing, by Neiman's Family Market, by St. Clair Ace Hardware, and by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.
Hello, this is Dave Fry for Community TV for Lamphere and for Marine City and St. Clair. Tonight's game is girls varsity soccer, St. Clair versus Lamphere. Thanks for watching today. This match, it's 63 out and no breeze. It's a pretty good day for soccer. And I'm here with Blake.
Hi, Dave. Big
Hey.
game tonight for the Saints,
Yeah.
playing the #1 team in the division. Lamphere is 6-0-1 with 19 points, and St. Clair is 4-0-2 with 14 points. But Lamphere's played an extra game, so we really need to win this game tonight, and our future can be in our own hands.
Lamphere came over from the Oakland County League several years ago, and it's been a tough match for St. Clair to compete with this group of ladies and the teams from Lamphere.
First game was at Lamphere. It was a 2-2 tie. It was a good game. Did Lamphere come up from a division last year, do you know?
They came down.
They came down?
Yes. They moved up, I believe, a couple of years ago, and the way they realigned.
Getting ready for our introductions.
Oh, okay, thank you. And
For St. Clair High School, we're number 1, sophomore Clair Donaldson. Number 2, junior, one of the team captains, Ariane Lenarski. Number 4, junior, Emma Washburn. Number 6, senior, one of the team captains, Anna Badke. Number 7, senior, team captain, Abby Eichner. Number 8, senior, Kate Snyder. Number 9, senior, David Howell. Number 10, sophomore, Kes Fent. Number 11, freshman team captain, Elia Tracy. Number 13, senior, Michaela Hurd. Number 16, junior, Maggie Wentrack. Number 17, freshman, Allison Champion. Number 18, sophomore, Paige Holstein. Number 19, junior, Lawrence Montek. 22, junior, Hannah Smith. 24, junior, Maria Galante. 26, senior, Brandy Atkins.
what a great day.
Junior, Taylor Malone.
Wait, did he say Taylor? I think Taylor might not be on the list. Taylor Malone, number 20.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that. I don't know whether I got confused or. But what a great day to have a
beautiful
game.
Assistant coaches, Kevin Smiley and Kelsey Kaspersky.
Of course, the last two games ago, the goalkeeper, Kara Donaldson, got kicked in the face during a game. I don't think I've ever seen that. to
Was
that
it a
extent.
scrimmage?
No, it was a Richmond game.
Wow.
And so she missed the game. She missed the Marysville game, but she's cleared to play tonight.
But Maria stepped in and she did a great
She
job.
did. I mean, we've had, 6 out of 7 last games have all been shutouts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
The last goal scored on us, I think, were Lamphere. Went the 2-2 tie at their place.
Well, I'm not sure when the last time St. Clair tied a Lamphere team, boys or girls. It's been a while. We've beaten them in the past, but it was early on.
Of course, Friday's game was rained out against Marine City. That's going to get made up the Friday of Memorial Day weekend.
Well, that'll be good. weather's a little more predictable back then.
Well, you know it's got to be bad when soccer gets rained out, because I know you've played in flurries and blizzards and hurricanes and everything else. Soccer never gets canceled. So I think it was just the fact that it was 3 days of solid rain and 40-degree temperatures maybe got it this time, but we'll make that game up when it's warm.
On artificial turf, I'm not sure if a St. Clair game has been canceled before. When it was natural turf, this field used to get pretty bad, and there was 1 or 2 games canceled before this became artificial turf. The St. Clair girls are in the offensive half and playing pretty good, I would say. Their connections with passes are getting better with each game, it seems like. I saw the Marysville game, and they made quite a few connections. Do you remember the score of that game?
3-0, was it? 4-0?
Yeah, I think it was 4-0. Hannah tried a nice through pass, but blocked by a Lamphere player.
Well, it'd really be nice to get out to a quick lead on Lamphere. This is the #1 team in the division, and a win is so important tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while since the girls have been in first place.
I see Elliot Tracy's on the bench tonight. She's in a boot for 3 weeks. She rolled her ankle on our practice field, actually, stepped in a hole. So it's unfortunate. But hopefully she's going to be back for division games. But
yeah, 3 weeks should be okay.
Believe me, she wants to play tonight. But so hopefully they can figure out where the holes are in that field and get that fixed.
Yes, was that at the St. Clair Middle School?
Yes, the practice field at the middle school. I know it gets used a lot.
Yes, but they've organized it a little better than previous years, although I think there's some residual effects from previous years. Some of the boys' lacrosse practices and games were there last year, but they've moved to Solis Field, is my understanding, and they play their games here, which is great. Lamphere hasn't gotten into our offensive third yet. They're working on nice work. Way to play it back. Through ball. Nice. A little too far, but the right thought.
Yeah, we're playing a lot in the middle right now, which I suppose probably shows how these two teams are pretty equally matched. That's how it felt during the first game at their place.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Both teams definitely have some talent.
Nice inside pass.
Oh, way to come out. She didn't hesitate to come out, so that's great.
No, that's great, man. That was my thought, was wondering if the first person who came running at her in the goal, if she'd be thinking about it, but she handled that really nicely.
Nice. Oh, Hannah anticipated that bounce real well. Just need to chip it up a little more. Nice. Good. You got to make those connections count. Every touch is important, and I think sometimes high school players, you know, are glad just to touch it and have something happen. But they when they make the connections, the game looks a lot better and flows a lot better.
Yeah, we talked about this on our last broadcast, but Taylor started out the season playing defense just because of people and personnel and injuries and so forth, and she did a great job. But once she was able to come back to forward, kind of more of her natural position, the offense really started to click between her and Abby Eitner.
Yeah, and it really showed a couple of games ago how that connection was, and Marysville as well. I mean, I believe they had at least 2 combinations between the 2 of them.
Well, it's nice to see the unselfishness. You know, you come down with the ball, you see the other person, you let it go, make the good pass, and get the goal. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Brandy's ready to take the goal kick, and she has one of the stronger boots on the team. She does a good job with that goal kick.
Yeah, she scored a goal a few games ago.
Wow.
From about 30 yards out. She's booted it, the wind took it, curved it right in. It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun.
It's always exciting when a defender can step up and do that. Well, it looks like they're a little short on ball people today.
That really changes the game.
Yes.
To go from the ball dribbling out and taking 10 seconds off the clock to one rolling right back in and into play. And if we've obviously played against teams that are really good at that when they are ready to go. That throw-in happens within seconds. It changes the game.
And St. Clair has always been one of the places where it's been like that, because we never really wanted to stop. Well, when I was coaching, I never really wanted to slow down the game, because I always thought our ladies were better conditioned than anybody else, and I always thought that it would be our advantage to making it quick.
Not giving them a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is my opinion, but last year in the district game, we were playing at a place, and the ball people were not good at all, and it really hurt us in the last 5 minutes of the game, down by a goal that you couldn't get the ball back in quickly enough. It was disappointing that it had an impact on the game, because it really shouldn't.
Whoa, what a save.
Fantastic save.
What a shot. And it was a great shot. I mean, the likelihood of that going in was pretty high, but Kara did a great job of getting her hands on the ball.
Lamphere with a corner kick.
They only have one person in the box. Everybody else is at the 18. They make their run in.
Did you have them in the box?
Well, no.
Some teams like to just kick it in and go, and some go right across the front. What was your philosophy? What do you think is better?
Well, I mean, if you telegraph what you're going to do, which you do when you put somebody in the box, I think that gives them an advantage to how they defend. And by putting people out at the 18 or out wide, and then before the ball is kicked, they make their move in, you know, people don't know where they're going, and the keeper doesn't know where they're going. So I always thought that it was an advantage to have corner kick plays as opposed to just, you know, hope that somebody gets their head on the ball or foot on the ball.
And that big scrum that happens right there when the ball gets in there and loose.
And, you know, it just shows how much you practice when something is organized like that on set plays. I mean, in the higher level leagues, you know, set plays have a large percentage of goals compared to plays that aren't organized or aren't practiced. So I always thought, you know, it was a good idea to get them to know where people might be. You know, that's the one thing great about soccer is there's really never two identical situations out on that pitch. and pitch is considered a field around the world. That's what most people call it. So I'm going to use the term pitch. I think people just do a better job when they know, or when they can anticipate what's going to happen. And even though it's not exactly, at least they know where their teammates are going to be or the ball's supposed to be. I used to have players make runs, dummy runs, and you know, circle back around and then make the real run. And we were successful on that. And you know, when the person with the ball knows that it's a dummy run on the outside and they're going to circle back, you know, they don't make rash decisions about, you know, getting rid of the ball quickly. And I always pushed the saying, you know, play fast but don't rush. And a lot of these ladies and high school players in general, you know, rush as opposed to, you know, sort of know or have a game plan on what they're going to do when they get the ball or before they get the ball. Not that it always looked like that from the stands, but you know, that's what you try to practice at least.
But Lamphere's really taking it to St. Clair right now. This ball's been down here most of this half so far.
Yeah, but the defenses, I mean, they've had a couple of good shots, but at least they're not bombarding our keeper.
We have another corner kick.
That was a nice block by Ariane. Not letting the ball get past her and into the scrum. See how they're blocking the net this time. You know, they're changing it up, trying to I think throw off our defense, but the defense did pretty good at staying tight with them in there, which is, you know, sometimes players get confused on exactly what their duties are or their job is when things switch up.
Brandy will take the goal kick.
Well, it's a physical game out there. There's been a few people on the ground already. Nice, Maria, way to win that ball. Even though she wasn't able to control it, at least she didn't allow the other player to start dribbling with it.
Yeah, this really reminds me of the last game, which is kind of back and forth, kind of a slow slog.
Was Brandy there for that game?
Well, I believe she was. I think she only missed the first 3 games, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, before the game, there was a lot of girls in long sleeve shirts or Under Armour items, and I don't see too many long sleeves out there right now, so after they warmed up, they must have realized that it was a pretty nice out.
Nice pass.
Nice. That was a good left. Emma had a nice try with her left. You know, there's several girls on the team that have strong left foots.
Well, it just makes you so much more dynamic if you can go both ways. I know Abby has improved hers over the last couple of years. It just gives you a lot more options.
Yeah, and you know, those ladies that aren't so strong, that have a great play on the left, I notice that, you know, they're taking a lot of shots, even though that isn't their strong asset for them, which is good in many ways. I mean, hopefully down the road they will get better. Sometimes they don't have a lot of options, but if they, they're coming in a good cross, a miss on that. Brandy has it and clears it out into space. It's
a missed opportunity for Lamphere. They had 3 on 2 in the box and just couldn't put a good foot on it for a good shot.
What they're calling it, I think there was a mix-up on the call. The ref seemed to have an issue with, or the St. Clair coaches have an issue with the call, but it looked like Abby just slipped on the. Yeah, it really wasn't much of a foul there. It looked like Abby got her foot on top of the ball and just sort of slipped and went down. Didn't look like there was much contact other than that. Well, that was
pretty good little push there. Speaking of Abby's, Abby Badkey, who's a sophomore forward on this team, she had knee surgery last week and was successful.
Oh, excellent.
So hopefully she'll make a full recovery. She'll have to go through rehab again because she hurt her knee last year. But the good news is she doesn't have any other knees to hurt. So
yeah. Well, that's good. A nice pass up the line.
That's one of my favorite things Brandy does, is that little hook pass she does where she comes around on it and hooks it back right up the line. She's really good at that.
Yeah, she's pretty successful with keeping it in bounds usually. Nice touch by Brandy, getting around to a strong foot to get it out 20 yards. Washburn. Oh. Abby almost made it through.
Yeah, we seem to live and die with the breakaway goals.
Yeah, and that's there's.
Well, if you got some speed, you got to use it for sure.
Yeah. That's one of the many strategies that people seem to, or coaches seem to promote, is, long through balls, and a lot of the MLS teams in America have that style. And if you go over to like Spain or something, they try to walk it in or dribble it in and get shots within the 18 with 3 or 4 players in there. And usually on breakaways you might have 1 or 2 players in that box. Oh, nice give and go. Oh,
good footwork.
Excellent.
Clair was in the right place, right time.
Yeah.
Makes the stop.
Yeah, it was good. Brandy knocked off the far post for the kicker, so Kara was able to narrow down the possibilities of the kick, I think. Taylor does a real good job of receiving balls.
She's got good footwork,
yeah.
along with her
Nice.
speed. It's a nice shot.
That was good, out to the far post.
Offense is coming alive a little bit.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, way to fight for that, Abby. Oh, Maria get to wide. Yes, good, Maria. That opens up the center. Oh, nice try. Shoot, Sarah. Oh, she sort of backed off. Sarah has a strong kick when she goes at it. Paige. I said Sarah. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Paige, number 18, who just kicked the ball. She played for me last year, and she's a strong player. She understands the game very well.
20 minutes left in the first half.
The JV players must not be around too much, except for Michaela, who is the ball girl on this side, or the game ball assistant.
Dumped into the corner just a little too far.
That was a good play, just kicking it out, because she only had 3 people back, and they looked like they had numbers up.
Into the match for Lamphere, number 3, Lindsay Smith, and number 22, Alex Papabastiliou.
Oh, yeah, that was good that Kara came out on that. It was a little far, but at least she got a piece on it and wasn't able to get to the net. Was that Kess that had the ball go over her head? I believe it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, when mistakes happen like that, it sort of throws off the timing of everybody. It's pretty crucial when you're in the defensive third, but they did okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
Beautiful save.
Right place at the right time. Nice, Abby. Abby's getting in there. Oh. On this plate, nice hustle. Wait, yes. I believe there is a PK coming up. It looks like Paige is hurt. I may be mistaken on the PK with the keeper coming out and taking out one of the St. Clair ladies. I didn't see what happened with Paige. It may be a direct kick outside the box. That's the way it looks. And Brandy's going to take the kick. Sets it up. They're going to have to start the clock when the ref blows his whistle. They stop the clock for the injury. Whoa, beautiful, Brandy. what a nice shot right over the wall.
1-0 lead.
Right over the wall into the near post. That was pretty.
Kind of looked like the last goal she scored.
Really? Wow. That's awesome. Well, it's great when a defender can come in and take those kind of shots. That leaves the forwards, which sort of have the skill set to do the scrum up top or in front of the net. So it is nice when you have people from the back to come up and allow the forwards to be forwards. That was a pretty soft touch. She really wasn't that close to get that arc in the ball.
16.5 minutes left in the first half. Goal came about the 17-minute mark.
Paige is on the bench getting looked at. Uh-oh. Whoa, what a save.
Beautiful save.
Oh, but the rebound, they got it in. I'm not sure where the defender was on that.
Yeah, normally you'd like to have somebody back kind of come in behind her.
Yeah, there should have been, yeah, usually someone between the far post and that person on the outside, but what a tremendous first save.
Text message from Lamphere.
Well, that changes the attitude a little bit. Puts it back to the way it was for the first 30 minutes or 25 minutes. At the college and professional level, they play 45 minutes. Varsity plays 40, and JV plays 35 minutes. And a lot of the upper clubs play 45 minutes as well. Nice pass back, set it up. That was a nice Ariane. Oh, it dribbled through, but
Got through. I don't know if Abby didn't see it get through or she didn't make it. She usually makes a break on the ball at that point.
yeah, I think it's,
Maybe it was shielded.
yeah, I'm sure nobody thought it was going to get through. Wait, oh, you know, they got to push that out a little wider. You know, they're giving the goalkeeper too much of an opportunity to come out. They don't have to go all the way to the corner like a lot of St. Clair teams in the past tried for. But, you know, there's a happy medium between the touch line and getting it wide enough that one of our players can get to it. They're setting up 30 yards away. Ariane gets up,
Good
good.
recovery.
Nice Taylor, way to dribble. Oh, wait, a little too far. Out of control.
Heading off on the sides to be St. Clair ball. 13:50 left in the first half. All tied at 1.
I'm not sure whether Coach Joe is getting them to play triangles more for support when the person has the ball, or who's dribbling the ball, has two outlets that are into space. They're not moving up, but they're just there for support as an outlet pass. And sometimes it appears that they're not doing that, but I'm not sure exactly what their strategy is. Nice, Michaela. Michaela Burke is heading to Indiana Tech. She signed a couple months ago to go down there and play. And she's in the game on as stopper. Looks like she's marking one of their forwards. Nice. Oh, Brandy does a good job. Get rid of it. Yes. Nice. She sees Taylor a little over the head of Taylor, but Taylor gets the rebound. Emma's got the ball. Nice. Oh, almost. Right thought. Whoa, that lady is fast.
She got past. Wow. Oh,
And
she had it for a moment, it looked like.
yeah, there wasn't much space between the post and Kara's hands.
She
But
beat
it
her with
is.
speed. She just
Yeah.
got past all the defense, and
I don't think I've ever seen Brandy get beat before or someone outrun her.
so 2-1. Lamphere up. 12 minutes to play.
Well, I always say when we went into the room or halftime,
There's Abby with some speed.
nice,
Ava Riley.
nice. Oh, she didn't quite get the direction she wanted it, I don't think.
I think it's important the Saints get one back here before the end of the first half, just for momentum reasons.
Yeah, if they don't, it'll just make it more interesting for them the second half. More exciting when they do get back. Caitlin Howell is off the bench. Looks like she's getting ready to go in for somebody. I assume one of the outside mids. That was a nice kick. Oh, a little bit too far. What? Ah, interesting. Brandy's going out, and Hannah's going back to sweeper, and Caitlin goes to outside, or goes to forward, and Allison goes to outside. That was a big switch.
Maybe just to give her a quick breather.
Yeah.
Hannah probably has a little more speed than Brandy, but Brandy's definitely got that power leg.
Yes. Hannah's got a leg too, but it's different skill set for forwards and defense. Caitlin's fighting for it. Pass. Oh. Bad communication. Paige is back in the game after.
Hannah came all the way across the field to knock that out. That's the bonus of Hannah in that position.
Well, and Hannah, she can play any place on the field. She's that kind of player. And I don't think she's too concerned about playing any place. She may have a favorite, but she can handle any position coach wants her to get in. That was a nice clearing pass. And Abby gets it, and nice.
Nice no call. Some pretty good shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. Taylor's got the ball on the outside. She takes a little wider. Oh. And Lamphere player kicks it off of Taylor for a throw-in. The refs seem to be doing a pretty good job of handling it. They're not doing a lot of wimpy calls.
It's funny that I was just thinking that we hadn't mentioned the refs, and that's a great thing, which means they're not changing the game.
And and that's sort of the same way with having ball people. You know, you were saying, you know, how quickly they get it in, but you know, now there's a little delay in.
It's going to make it a shorter game.
Yeah.
Who does that benefit?
You know,
Probably, you know, I think I don't know the Lamphere team all that well, but it definitely benefits us because we don't sub a whole lot. So by the last 10 minutes of the game, those players have been out there for the whole game. So any little 5-10 seconds here and there, I think, is a positive thing for us. I mean, we're in good shape, but it never hurts for a small break.
Well, that's true, except that means there's less seconds
In case we need them.
to play. Yeah. And
That's a good point.
you know, the game is on the pitch. You know, that's how come refs or coaches can't call timeout or anything. It's, you know, it's what happens inside the lines of the pitch. And so, you know, what you were saying about that's how come it's so important for the teams to be in good shape, is so those 5 or 10 seconds doesn't make a big difference. Hannah's doing a good job back there.
We've got a fast field, too. I mean, we've played on some
Yeah.
fields where it hasn't been mowed in a while. That'll slow the ball down, changes the game. This field's fast.
Yeah. Warren Cuzno is infamous for 4 or 5 inch grass length. And it usually has benefited. They have good teams, but they don't necessarily have quick teams or fast teams. It was always a running joke with away coaches to see how long the grass is. I think one year we even took rulers out there to see if it beat the record for the length of grass to play on. To my knowledge, there is no Michigan High School Athletic Association rules for length of grass. It just needs to be appropriate for the game.
We've also got a big field. I mean,
Yeah, not all the fields have this size to it.
Abby's played on 100 different fields in her career, and gosh, probably 80 of them were different sizes.
Yeah.
A little shorter, a little wider, a little grass a little deeper, hills. Some fields where you can't see the other side of the field.
Yeah. It always makes it fun when those fields are wet and soggy like they probably are today at most places. But yeah, we've been lucky for the last 10 or 12 years, however long artificial turf has been here. It was hard getting used to, and if you talk to any of the soccer players, they'll say that it is different than natural turf. You know, not necessarily worse or better, but
Maria with a fantastic
nice
pass to
touch.
Taylor.
And Taylor got it good.
Put it right on her foot.
Maria's doing a good job on the outside. She's stepped in the last couple of games for Kara when she was out. Maria's a very good keeper herself, and is the backup keeper this year. But she's stepping in at outside midfield very well. Last year Maria played for me on JV, and whenever we had the opportunity, missed the connection with 17. She's the speedster on their team, and she's the experienced one, as you can see her in the corner doing what she did, keeping the ball away. Hannah made it good. Oh, that was good. Oh, Brandy's up at midfield. Wow. Interesting. Well, Brandy has the ability to play up there. I don't think she likes it, but let it go out. Good.
Yeah, we really had an abundance of keepers last year with Morgan,
Oh, yeah.
Kara, and Maria. Maria probably could have played at varsity level last year if we would have needed her to.
Yes, I'm sure she could have. Although what I was saying before is we whenever we had the opportunity, we moved Maria out, and I believe she scored in 6 out of 6 games that we moved her out. So she has the ability or the nose to score the. Oh, Ariane, good. Control it. Good. Way to bring it up. 15 yards. Oh, didn't quite make the contact. Oh, a little too far out, Paige. But Taylor went in there and hustled, trying to get the ball back.
Well, you never know when a ball's going to come off, when it's not going to go exactly where you thought it was going to. Take a good bounce or a bad bounce. And if you're there, if you don't stop, you might have an opportunity.
Yeah. Well, that's very true.
That's exactly what Taylor was doing there, making sure she made the good save and the good stop.
Yeah. And you just you don't try to let your opponents have any opportunities, and with that pass by Paige, that sort of gave the keeper an opportunity to get up there, where if it was gave a little more time to her. Nice, Hannah. Good chest trap down to her feet. She cleared it out. Little collision there.
Yeah, neither one's getting up either.
They seem to be crawling along. Another group down.
They both made it to their feet. About 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Lamphere with a 2-1 lead. The Lamphere Rams.
Hannah's getting back. I heard Hannah's mom say, shake it off and get back in the game. Hopefully she's able to do that. That was a pretty good connection she made with the Lamphere player. The kicker seems to be communicating with the coach to where the coach wants it. I think he just wanted it downfield.
Minute and a half.
The outside, oh, way to close down.
Let's just clear that ball out of here.
Well, the bounces seem to be going out to Lamphere, but Kara came over and got it.
I think that's an important stop right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been. It's always disheartening the last couple minutes of a half when you let the opponent score.
Less than a minute.
Nice. Over to Brandy. Oh.
Ooh, Lamphere ball. 30 seconds. Now there you go, because there was no ball, it took her 6-7 seconds to go get it and come back, as opposed to just being handed a ball that she could immediately throw in.
Yeah. Now they have a ball. Oh. Some mom took her kids over there. Good job, Mom. Or Dad.
Where that's just the whole rest of the first half's going to disappear getting the ball, the last 20 seconds.
Yeah. Sorry to the mom or dad over there. We're at halftime, and we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back to start the second half in 10 minutes.
Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits, Hotel, all in St. Clair. Before or after the game, stop at Murphy Inn. Different specials every day. Happy hour 2 to 6 daily, and 7 vintage hotel rooms. Half off large pizza every Monday, karaoke on Wednesday and Saturday, live music on Thursday and Friday. Murphy Inn has private dining area for showers and family parties. Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits, Hotel in St. Clair since 1836. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza is now open 7 days a week for your shopping needs. Everything you need from auto supplies, wiring, paint, craftsman tools. St. Clair's Ace Hardware has picnic items, a complete gift department with candles and more. Don't miss the specials on Valspar paint. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza.
Mallard's Landing is your home away from home for respite care. When you need a safe, welcoming environment for your loved one, Mallard's Landing offers fully furnished apartments by the day or week just for that purpose. Complete with meals and a compassionate staff, you can rest assured that your loved one is well cared for while you're away.
I think she's a lot happier here. She feels very safe and secure here.
They're always looking after us.
Come visit us at Mallard's Landing.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sanilac, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC.
We're tracking for another record-breaking year. Plus, you'll always find great deals like these.
Lease a Silverado or Sierra starting at $175 a month.
Choose the Equinox or the Terrain for as low as $58 per month.
Even a Buick Encore for $99 a month.
And you always get the highest trade-in values.
And always remember, we'll beat anybody's deal. We really do care in St. Clair. Just finished from Port Huron and Mount Clement.
Welcome back. Second half of the St. Clair Lamphere soccer game. This is for first place. If St. Clair can get a couple goals and hold them, they'll be sitting pretty good for the end of the season. This is their second meeting with Lamphere and their last for the season, so it's up to the next 40 minutes. Hannah is a relatively petite lady, I would say, but she has a voice on her. I could hear her all the way through the press box with the glass closed doing the St. Clair cheer.
I just wish she wasn't so shy.
Yeah. Yeah, or outgoing. Well, it looks like she's starting back at sweeper. That's a very interesting thing. They're putting Brandy at stopper, and I think they're thinking of trying to score some goals here.
St. Clair plays again Wednesday, plays Port Huron away at Port Huron Northern, so the Saints have 2 games this week.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, it gives them a little time to rest. Nice St. Clair ball. I don't know whether Taylor is playing forward or outside mid. Looks like outside mid. Hopefully she probably has the freedom to go where she thinks necessary. She has quite a bit of experience. Thrown into the group, lose the ball on a header, kicks back out. Ariane kicks it. Emma has it, kicks out wide. Kess, nice, good. They're maintaining possession, huh? They just lost it. Nice. Allison has fought through some traffic, but you know they're holding on. They're not making the first pass opportunity that they see. Oh, bad communication.
What's the main difference between the stopper position and the sweeper position?
Well, the stopper position, usually when the opponent enters the offensive half, if you're playing aggressive, the sweeper starts picking up the person with the ball if they're in the center of the field, or they shift over to the side wherever the ball is. And the sweeper stays back. You know, the sweeper is the last person, hopefully, to touch the ball if it comes down to that. And the sweeper has to be a little more conservative. Nice. A stopper can play a little more aggressive because they have people behind them. Abby, nice way to fight through it. Oh. It looks like they have one girl marking Abby as well as Taylor, staying with her, but that, you know, by Taylor shifting over, that opens up the far side if the girls recognize that. It's pretty easy to see that from up here. Nice, Hannah. Hannah's just a good athlete. Nice. Oh. That left foot. Oh, yikes. Oh. Kara must have seen that going out because she didn't put a lot of effort into stopping that ball from going out.
And 30 seconds go off the clock as she has to retrieve it.
You know, the JV team should be out there. I'm not sure why. Something might be going on at school in the springtime. You never know exactly what conflicts there are. It was always like pulling teeth to get them to do it for the most part. But, you know, it's a great way to see soccer. At times I used to have the ASO teams come in. Oh, what a shot.
It was a good pass to her. And the defense didn't adjust. 3-1 Lamphere.
Hannah's working on trying to motivate her team to get this back. Wow. I was just told by Mr. Duro, the scoreboard manager, that the person who scored is a freshman. She, well, looks like another 30-second runoff to get the ball. I'm not sure why they're not trying to get something going on, because that is going to kill any type of momentum St. Clair would have. And Brandy switched back to sweeper, Hannah stopper.
Foot race to the ball.
Good hustle by Allison. Nice. She wins it. Oh, Taylor almost had it. Taylor's going after it. She's going all the way across field. She just ran 50 yards.
St. Clair ball on the sideline.
Kess is going after the ball. Any JV players that are out there that are not on the ball or game ball assistant field right now should be ashamed of themselves, because that is hurting this team big time, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Good scramble.
Nice.
Abby with a shot.
Oh, Abby scores. Sorry. Oh, it didn't look like it was going to go in, but she got near post, about a foot away from the outside post.
Abby Eitner with an Asian wing goal for the Saints. It's her favorite kind of wings.
Great.
I'll have to order a few after
that. If anybody wants to treat her for that goal, that you should go to Buffalo Wild Wings and Asian
Zing.
Asian Zing.
That's Abby. 3-2. Saints cut it to 1.
Abby might, or Hannah might get them pumped up again, and I'm sure Abby's goal pumped them up, saying this is not.
I wonder if their keeper got screened on that, because she didn't really move quickly towards where the ball was going. Maybe I wonder if it came from out behind somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the defender was between the goal and Abby, and to me it didn't look like the ball had much of a chance from up here, because it looked like it didn't go off her foot real strong. Looked like it might be going out, is what I thought initially.
Boy, that optical illusion of the goal. I mean, you've seen it a million times, even more than I have, where your confidence going in, it goes over, or vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, as a goalkeeper, you don't want that to happen too many times. That used to be one of my positions when I played, and I think it happened once in high school, and I never let it happen again, but I just got lucky, because you just never know. And balls that you think are going into the corner sail over 4 feet wide, you know. Now they should have kicked it back to the keeper. Although Abby, or Brandy, sort of saved that from being disruptive. You know, as a whole, this has been a pretty good game. You know, the skill level is up there. You know, the execution isn't perfect, but it never is.
Very much like the last game, was back and forth and close, and no one got far ahead, and it never seemed like anybody was dominating for too long a period of time.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same today.
Boy, the goal by Abby is big, you know, and she does it with plenty of time left on the clock. And it's nice that there's a mom over there with 1 or 2 kids chasing after the ball. And that's what we need, although the JV players are the ones that should be out there. On a big game like this.
As the home team, we're responsible for that, are we not?
Well, yeah, I mean, actually that it is mandatory.
Is it mandatory, or
yes.
just considered?
No. It's mandatory, because there was times in the 90s when, you know, I didn't think much of it, and even back then, you know, they made it as one of the MAC rules that the home team has to supply game ball assistants. Because it really is, I mean, you know, some people call them ball girls and stuff, or ball boys, but it's a lot more than that. I mean, it really does assist the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a couple of other young ladies going out there. I think they're Taylor's sisters, which is great. They were entertaining to watch the last time. I don't know their names, but the tall girl can do quite a bit of juggling. It's pretty good. It must be getting a little chilly out there. Parents are giving coats to the Kelsey Kaspersky, who's assistant coach.
A veteran of this team.
Yeah.
She was on this team last year.
Yeah, 4-year varsity player.
She's a good one. And Morgan Kroner's on the bench supporting the team.
Yeah.
She graduated last year. And I think that Kelsey and Morgan are playing on a boys team somewhere.
Oh, jeez. Not surprising.
I believe that's what Dawn told me. Kelsey's mom.
Ah.
So that's
nice, Hannah.
Ooh, good hustle. That's going to be a call. Almost look like Kessler and Dama.
Yeah.
And then subsequently into their player.
Hannah has moxie. Her motivation or desire not to lose is as large as anybody's out there, to my knowledge. It's just really nice to see, and that's what coaches should be promoting, is, you know, their desire to do well. Nice.
Yeah, she's serious about it.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, play it smooth. Good, Taylor. Stay.
My favorite Hannah story is actually when they played Powder Puff football and they were out on this field, and Hannah took the ball in the backfield and she started running, and with using her great speed, she flew right around the corner and right out of bounds, because she's used to the yellow line being out of bounds and not the football field.
And she probably got upset for a second or two with the route.
She was motoring Abby
with
the
nice.
breakaway.
Nice
pass
cross.
to Taylor.
Another
Abby
few
and Taylor
inches.
have had that connection ever since Taylor moved to Ford. They've really done a nice job giving each other opportunities.
Yeah, when they come together trying to achieve a team goal, you know, it's amazing how good it looks. You know, and some teams don't have that, and I'm not sure if Abby and Taylor had it last year on a couple of games where, and sometimes it's just, you know, the person with the ball gets so excited that, you know, they don't get their head up, so they don't know where other people. Oh, another nice shot to the corner. Abby's doing real good about not kicking to the keeper, making the keeper work to stop the ball. But it's nice to see every game that I've seen Taylor and Abby up front this year. You know, they're doing great teamwork up there, as well as the other ladies up there that are participating in that offensive surge that happens. Nice. Oh.
Yeah, I give Taylor a lot of credit for, she came into the season and really wanting to score a lot of goals. She was really excited about it, and she was asked to give up that opportunity somewhat and go back and play defense, because that's what we needed. And she did, and she played fantastic for those first couple 3 games until Brandy got here. So, I mean, that's what more can you ask from somebody to take away what they kind of thought they were going to do, but yet do something that's amazingly important to the team and do it well.
And Taylor is another one that can play any position out on that field or on the pitch. And with that unselfish play like that, it's great. Nice Brand. Oh, nice. Taylor was crossing to the outside. Abby has it, taking it out, getting it back in. She controls it. Oh, takes it out. Parents got a little upset at that. At the other end, Lamphere sort of had a takeout like that, but the ref didn't call it.
There was no call on that? Yeah, there was a call.
Well, the one where the Lamphere kicker.
Down there.
Yeah. So the Lamphere side was a little upset with that, but stop the clock. Good.
Who's tying shoes?
Oh. Yes, I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe he thought it was a stall tactic.
See if Brandy can do it again. Good.
Nice. Well, the keeper dropped it, but no one was there at the right time. But I'm not sure if they could have got there at the right time.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. But you had a couple right in there on her.
Yeah.
It was a nice play.
Yeah.
Nice
it wasn't
play.
an easy play for the keeper. Nice, Maria. Getting it. Keep working at it. I'm not sure how often the opportunity comes up, but we're not double teaming as much as we could with the person on the ball, which I think might be helpful. Brandy probably had a little more time than she thought to get it on her right side and take it into the middle of the field, but
just past the 23-minute mark. Saints down by a goal. 3-2 Lamphere. Big important game. First place and second place in the division.
Pass to outside Maria, kicking up the wing. Lamphere defender kicks it out. Thank goodness the ball people are out there now.
Next Saturday, the Saints play at Croswell, a tournament.
Oh.
Should have 3 or more games that day.
It's amazing how quickly that comes up. It's always a fun time for the kids to go out there. So they have a game on Wednesday and then
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. Well, they're pushing the limits of the rules, unless the rules have been changed in the last year. They're only allowed 3 games a week, is my understanding. But
the tournament has shorter games. Does that matter? I mean,
yeah, they don't count as full games.
They don't play 80 minutes.
Right. Yeah, they only play 50 or 60 minutes. I'm not sure what Croslex is now. Nice sliding save to get the Lamphere person from coming in any deeper. Well, I think any questions you had, Blake, about
absolutely
keeper being a little gun shy because of her facial implant against the Richmond team.
Like that.
Oh, clear across. Nice. Hannes over there. Kicks it off a Lamphere player. Nice.
Was that Ariane that came in there along with that defender and kind of slowed her down and changed her pace and let Kara get out there? I think that was
I believe so.
That was a nice play.
Yeah.
She didn't have a straight shot unimpeded to the goalie.
And that makes such a big difference. Even when you're a defender, when you're chasing a breakaway, you know, when the person with the ball can just get into the space of the defender, it throws off the whole thing. And that particular drive, they didn't do that. So Ariane was able to take control as opposed to the person with the ball taking control. That last chest trap by Lamphere, you know, that was one of those occasions where she was just glad the chest trap it. You know, she didn't control it. She didn't do it with a purpose. And everything on the pitch should be done with a purpose, within reason. Lamphere throwing. Oh, wrong line. Oh, it's a kick. And they're holding her about 17 yards out. Nice kick. Brandy's got it. She clears it back out to the 30.
Nice defense.
Nice kick. Nice. The defender, Kess, tried moving it up. Oh, don't run into the back of them. Way to call it. Okay, Hannah, hold up. You know, they're rushing it. You know, Hannah looked up before she received the pass, but instead of stopping the ball or slowing it down, she, you know, tried to one-touch it, and it. Way to play aggressive, Hannah. But you know, you don't always have to be pushing it fast and hard up the side or any place. If you take your time.
If you look at the Saints defense, 3 of them are blocking the sun with their hands.
Oh, yeah. And I think Kara is in that viewpoint or that zone too where the sun is going to be a problem.
Looks just as bright on the other end.
Yeah. The Lamphere girl looked like she got a little head knock, but she seems to be okay. I don't think the Lamphere side particularly liked it. But this is about 10 yards closer than the other one, or 5 yards closer.
So how come we didn't do a wall last time and we did one this time? Because
it's a little closer and it's towards the inside of the field. Once you go wide, you really don't need a wall, as the angle of the kick is better. Nice header. And the Lamphere girl was right there with Kara when she first touched the ball, which is great. Nice distribution. Rolling it out as opposed to punting it, and nice. That was good, ladies. Nice, good touch. Good, Emma.
Oh, try to thread the needle to Taylor heading down the side. Almost.
Oh, Kara is going to get called pretty soon. Not Kara. Kess is going to get called pretty soon.
She just did.
I think that was Hannah that got called.
Was it?
She got a yellow card.
Whoa.
Maybe they're getting a little too physical out there. Out of control. I mean, it wasn't too long ago a yellow card in high school meant you were out 10 minutes, but Hannah can go right back in if the ref chooses to at the next stoppage.
Just over 16 minutes left to go in the game.
Nice. What a good strength by Brandy to get through that, although they didn't control it all the way.
Brandy's taken it away like 3 times on this run.
Hannah looks like she's getting ready to go back in, which is good.
Elliot Tracy's in the game with that sprained ankle, so she won't be in there long. Taylor negotiates.
No, Tracy.
Still going.
No. They're a little punched up. Abby has the ball on the outside, slowing it down. Good. Let your teammates by slowing it down, she creates an opportunity for teammates to get up in a good position to surround it.
Hannah's back in.
Caitlin's going out. Hannah hopefully will move up a little more.
Elliot Tracy did not go into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
I'm
Caitlin
trying to figure out how she got in with that boot, and
yeah,
she did not.
There's not a lot of players on St. Clair's bench right now that can play. You got Michaela and Caitlin are the only ones available to go in. St. Clair kicks it out.
14:20 left to go in the game.
And it's nice that we have ball people now to help out. That's a good throw, way to clear it out. Hannah's getting to it, nice. Oh. Hannah's got a smile on her face, which is pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. And she's intense, but she has perspective, I think, most of the time. Seems to be some confusion on the throw-ins, but hopefully it won't matter too much. Whoa. Well, that freshman again had another great kick. She was hoping.
Well, there's never confusion whose ball it is from the parents in the stands. It's always our ball or their parents, it's their ball.
Yeah, I believe you're right. You know, one at preseason meeting. Jeez, oh Pete, both of them are out of control. I would suggest to the parents to enjoy every minute that their kid is playing a high school sport, because it's going to go real fast, and for the most part, most of them are never going to play another sport again where you're interested in watching them. So take it from someone with experience that it's more fun to watch and enjoy and say positive things to the refs as well as their own child playing than it is to come up with all this negative stuff that you can't. And oh, nice. He was offside. Oh, no, not offside. Oh, baby.
Ties
nice.
the game.
Good control.
Abigail Leitner ties the game with 11:59 to go.
I'm glad we don't have replay on that, but it looked like she might have been offside a little bit, but maybe not. It was a long pass, but what a play by Abby. I mean, she did not get excited, and she did it like a pro. It was great.
That was the culmination of her not taking the quick shot, waiting,
making
the move, and scoring.
Yeah.
Another Asian zing goal for Abby Eitner. Tied up at 3.
She's going to have a bowl of chicken wings. Well, it must have been pretty good. The opposing coach didn't get too upset with it. There we go, punt. Out to midfield. Nice. Wasn't quite ready for it, but good work. That'll get the parents excited again.
Well, you mentioned offsides, but I don't think I've seen offsides called 5 times this season. I mean, offsides is such a complicated rule that's subjective, and ask anybody and they'll tell you a different definition of offsides.
Well, yeah, but the people who call the game it isn't subjective. I mean, they know the rule, but it's sometimes hard to see. But I would also suggest to the refs or to the parents that, you know, there are fewer and fewer refs these days, and there's a reason for that, and it's not the kids. It's usually the abuse the parents have. Nice. Kara was in the right spot to get that near post shot. The defenders put her in a position, put the kicker in a position to where she couldn't really do too much with it, so it was nice. Nice, Paige. Way to put her foot down there. Might be a little sore. Big kick, yeah. Wow, look at Taylor.
Get a bounce.
Good hustle, Taylor. Nice. Oh. For what? The parents seem to be getting pretty excited these days, or these last few minutes. Taylor's got the leg to put it in from that far, but this keeper is pretty good on Lamphere. So hopefully the next shot they have they'll see the back of the net.
Sun's casting all kinds of shadows on that field.
Yeah.
So you're going from into the light, out of the light. Yeah, you turn your head and there's the sunlight. It's got to make an extra challenge to the game.
And I hope that they don't come up on the left side or the defensive right side, because it could cause some problems. The Lamphere keeper has a little more shade than this St. Clair, but
8:38 left to go in the game, all tied up in the battle of number 1 and number 2 in the division.
It's been a well played game, not a lot of weird calls.
I just feel like we've played as well as they've played, and it's been a very even game. We'll get a streak, they'll get a streak.
And I would say most of the shots have been pretty good. You know, they're not cheap shots. They were well-purposed shots, which is always nice to see.
Same team.
Nice, Hannah. Oh, Taylor. Oh, what a
Look at that speed.
Hannah.
Man, she's fast. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
That was a 70-yard run by Taylor.
I didn't even see the keeper coming. That was a brave move to come all the way out there.
Yeah.
Played it well.
Taylor has her hands on her head, which well-deserved, but in soccer, you know, I bet you in the next 30 seconds you're going to see her make another long run or a heavy run or go after something.
Well, the ball has to go completely out, correct?
Correct.
Every part of it has to be past the yellow line.
Yes.
That's another call that is iffy sometimes.
Nice. So far, so good. Oh, bad connection. Nice, Paige, way to step up. Emma's got control. You know, it's interesting. It seems like they're playing a little smarter the last few minutes with their passes and stuff. Nice, Abby. Yeah, Abby's playing forward, and she's coming all the way back, 30 yards away. Hannah loves that when she's able to kick with all of her might and it goes off the other player or the other team player. Oh.
Nice.
I see a little fatigue happening with our team.
Saints already have 2 ties. It's better than a loss, but
yeah. There was one season I had as a varsity coach where we had 8 ties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Low scoring, high scoring, all over the place?
Low. We really, St. Clair has never been known for a high scoring except for the last couple of years, and that goes to these players. Almost. She wasn't able to get all the way around. You know, it's those hips. You got to move those hips and face the direction of your target, and she just wasn't able to quite get around on that. We're coming on 5 minutes left in the game, and I have a feeling most of these ladies are going to be tired tonight. Lamphere has a few more people on their bench that are dressed than St. Clair does. That's one thing about Abby, man. I don't know if I've ever seen her tired, or look tired at least.
.445.
Nice kick by Hannah. Interesting thought. You never know when the...
No Saints really around the goal, though.
Yeah, I think everybody was cleared out of the 10-yard area. We got to do that with a purpose. You know, that was just a shot. Okay, Abby's got it again. See, you know, she's really making a lot smarter plays. You know, when she takes her time to think about it, she's a very smart lady to begin with, but you know, when she gives herself that extra second or two, she delivers really well.
Another dump in the zone.
I assume a tie won't help much.
That's better than losing.
Yep, true enough.
There's still 5 games left.
And, you know, you never know.
But who's going to beat Lamphere?
Well, right. Who's going to beat St. Clair? It could happen.
We'll be 4 points behind, though.
Oh.
Because of our ties.
Our
other
ties.
ties.
The other ties, right. Well, you never know. I mean, we've come down to the last, several times I've come down to the last 2 weeks in the season where things change and wins and losses happen that are unexpected. So, you know, you just play your hardest and play your best every time, every opportunity you have. And, you know, what happens, happens. But, you know, trying your hardest every minute you're out there is the goal.
Absolutely.
And I think at the beginning of the season, sometimes you don't think in terms of the end of the season.
2.5 to play.
A nice 50-yard kick at the keeper does not grab it. She kicks it out, but it goes to a Lamphere player on the outside right, and she passes it up. Yeah, they're going to do, that worked out well for Lamphere. They took it all the way into the offensive half for them.
Less than 2 minutes. Still tied up at 3. As will go, Brandy.
Brandy's got her on the outside. Oh, nice heart, Brandy, nice heart. Way to get in there, but didn't make the connection. Coming up on 1 minute. I would say St. Clair is showing some fatigue, more so than Lamphere. at this point, most people should be in the defensive third. Nice, Brandy, way to control it. Hold on, Kara. 36 seconds left. Kara makes the save, holds on, and she punts it out almost to midfield, and Lamphere controls it. Want to thank everybody for tuning in today and watching this very aggressive game. A well-played game, and we'll see what happens in the future. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the game.
So another tie with Lamphere. 2-2 before, 3-3 now. Saints will have to finish out with wins and hope for some help from some other teams.
Yeah. And it's a hard thing to do. 2 wins against the first place team. Or 2 ties, I'm sorry, 2 ties against the first place team. They did very well. Yeah, and they didn't miss a lot of opportunities they had. They created some. That's just the way it is, I guess, in soccer.
Scoring for the Saints, Brandy Atkins had a goal and Abby Eitner had 2.
Great.
And the Saints will put the shoes back on Wednesday night at Port Huron Northern, playing Port Huron. Try to get the wins going again.
And so till next time, thank you for tuning in, and go Saints.
This CTV sports presentation is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care, by Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair, by North Star Bank, by Mallard's Landing, by Neiman's Family Market, by St. Clair Ace Hardware, and by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.